Today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm wanting to participate in a collaboration. It's being hosted by my friend Pam VanEe and Angela. Angela's channel name right now is Meet the Schrads, but she's trying to change that. So by the time this airs, she may have picked a new name. Regardless, I will link both of their channels down below. But they are doing a collaboration with the hashtag Dust It Off Do-Over. And the point of the collaboration is, first of all, to drag out supplies that maybe you bought and forgot about, or something that you used to use and you don't use it anymore and you just want to do over. They're both trying to reach particular subscriber counts on their channels, and so they're both wanting to grow, and so they've gone in together to collaborate. And it's an open collab, so any of us can join it as long as we let Angela know. She'll add us to the list, and then use that hashtag, the hashtag Dust It Off Do-Over. So today I am joining in because I've got a couple of things. Do you remember these from a couple weeks ago? Okay, guys. These are truly terrible. The more I've looked at them and the more I've thought about it, the less I like them. And personally, I would like a do-over on that. Really, this is just a travesty. It's just ridiculous how awful these are, and I could not in good conscience put these in those journals. They're terrible, terrible. And you guys, frankly, I think owe me an apology for not saying ick. I'm kidding. They're terrible. Yeah, you guys are all just being too polite to tell me so, and I appreciate you sparing my feelings, but yeah. These definitely had to get dusted off and come out of retirement a little bit. These were clusters that I made when I very first started creating and making journals and playing around. Didn't know what I was doing really, but I also had limited supplies. I had very limited materials and fabrics to work with, so as you can see, a lot of these don't even have lace. There's no focal point. This one has some lace. That one has a little bit of sparkle ribbon, but it's like stuck to the other one. There we go. So they're just not, I don't know. I don't like them. They're just not very good. Okay, so I want to do over on both of these projects. So without further ado, why don't you guys grab your drink, your snack, your comfy seat, or if you want to craft along and make your own do-over, let's get started right after this. Alrighty, we're back. So let's start by taking these apart. I've got, oh, look at how easily that just pulled right off of there. That's disturbing. And of course, as usual, I forgot something. I was sitting there trying to think, what is it I wanted to remember? And I couldn't remember, but now I know. I wanted my stamps. So first, let's deconstruct. I do want this label though. I want that fabric ruffle. And we'll just try again, only with hopefully a better result this time. I'm trying to cut so I'm just under the edge so that the tan line doesn't show. Normally you want your tan lines to show. Not today. Oh golly, I'm cracking myself up. Okay, sorry. Obviously the chocolate I just had is going to my head. Oh geez. Anyway, and also just because these are so bad, I cannot believe that I really thought that was gonna be okay. Oh my goodness, look at that. He's just gonna peel right up, I hope. That's really unusual. I really didn't think I had a shot with that. The one valuable thing that came from this was that you guys learned how to cover up a boo-boo, and I make plenty of them, so yeah. Now, I am gonna maybe, this would make a good tag back maybe, or at least part of that will. The part that doesn't have the stamping on it. So yeah, we're just gonna salvage and get rid of her. She wasn't stamped very well anyway. And then this I'll put in my pile to become backing on a tag. And maybe, hopefully, oh looky. That is gonna come off. Oh, got lucky on that, I gotta say. So let's do that. And since we kind of already know what it was we wanted to do, we're just going to do it better this time. That'll be a plus. I glued this butterfly down. Tag back, tag back. Put that aside. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is just cut out around him a little bit. And then I can work on it from the back side. So yeah, never be afraid to redo something if it's just awful. You know, a couple years ago I had a journal that I wanted to make for fall, and I had started it like even a couple of years before that, but it just was not coming together, and I had put it aside. It's under my abandoned projects. Or was it under currently creating 3 journals for fall? Should have put it under abandoned projects because I had definitely abandoned it. With any luck at all, I will get this off of here without a travesty happening to the butterfly. Yeah, so I just set it aside for a long time, and then when I finally went back to it, turned out it was actually had enough themes and ideas and materials to be 3 journals, so I turned it into 3 journals. So don't be afraid to redo, reassess. As I've been researching, every once in a while, you know, I'll out in YouTube land, I run across different videos on being creative. You know, what does it mean to be creative? And almost every single one of them, when they talk about being creative and just go out there and make stuff, they mention that it's not so much the quality of what you're producing as the quantity. So they gave examples like Leonardo da Vinci. We know only a few of his great works, but he produced thousands of things. And the same with Michelangelo. They created over and over, and that's how they improved their craft. But you hardly know about any of the bad stuff, but they just kept creating. So in the spirit of the great masters, they mentioned Beethoven too, that he's got so many works out there, and yet we only know just a handful of, he's famous for just a handful of things, and yet he wrote thousands of musical pieces. So I'm just following after the great masters and redoing. So I have these here. Let me grab out the music and the tissue paper really fast. Okay, here we go. So I've got some music. It's not exactly, but it's close. And then I liked the tissue paper, but I don't really think I like the pink doily, so we're gonna go with a white doily. And since we already kind of know what we're doing here, it should be pretty quick to recreate it. And then we'll try to get some of these clusters redone. There's that one, and this one. Okay, I turned the fan off. I think I'm gonna get hot again. Now, as you know, I'm kind of challenged when it comes to artistically tearing things. How'd I do? Okay, not terrible. Not too bad. All right, there's that. Can you see? Am I in frame? No, I am not. And the brown paper. I forgot to get out the brown paper. That's just packaging from like Amazon, you know, Amazon packaging. Well, I'm not seeing it. That might work though. Isn't it fun hearing all the rustlings and things of somebody else's drawer and craft supplies? Okay, I found it. Just gonna tear off a little piece. Oh, hot, hot, hot. I wish I didn't have to turn off the fan, but I also wish that it wasn't like 9,000 degrees. You know, we got our windows covered last year with a heat and UV protectant, but just when it gets to this time of day, I don't, plus when I get crafting and I'm on camera, I'm more I don't know, just more in a tizzy, I guess, so then I just get overheated. Tear that up here. And let's see. This is my gluey, messy page. Luckily, all this stuff is pretty much still on my desk, so you know, I really like it. Well, we really want it on the front, but I'm wondering, I kind of like it going that way. Not that it matters, probably. I should not overthink it. Don't overthink it. But I really like how it looks that way. Oh. See, I get annoyed when other people do this and second guess themselves. Nope, I'm going with plan A. Plan A. It'll be fine. Nobody knows what else I was going to do, except you guys. When it's all said and done, it'll be fine. Okay. So that is one advantage to doing this very quickly and redoing, is that you already know what you wanted to do. So you don't have to mess around trying to figure it out. I'm gonna cut that off. Since it's sticky, we're gonna use the Teflon scissors. I watched that show, Dark Waters, you know, after it came out. Boy, it's eye-opening about Teflon, and it's frustrating because it's such a great product, but it's really not, right? What's a person to do? Give up their craft scissors. Okay, somewhere was my little card for spreading things. Here it is. Anyway, if you don't, if you haven't seen that movie, that's about the guy who was a corporate lawyer and then he left to take on DuPont. There's, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes there, and he exposed it, and unfortunately he's kind of paid the price. Now, I'm just checking the one I tore up to see. Okay, I think I can just do this. Maybe go this way so I like that. And then inkers, I want to go over it just a little bit. See how it's already all wrinkly, so I'm going to make it a little more wrinkly. And then we're going to bring out some of those wrinkles. Maybe they're not doing it. With the distress ink, and then we're going to grab the stamps. And we'll do it correctly this time by stamping it first. Ooh, getting a big mess. Okay, so let's put the lid on the glue for the moment. Otherwise it will dry out. Wow, that just didn't really take, it's supposed to highlight the wrinkles. Didn't do it. What? Black ink, that's what. I like this little pad because it's such a handy size for, these are like the little trial sizes for archival ink. You can get the little sizes. So it's nice. This is easier for dabbing onto the block. And then, let's see what we got. Nothing. We got nothing. A little more, please. Right in there. I was too dainty. That's what happened. There we go. Coming back with this. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to let it overhang the top and this edge right here because then I can trim it off easier. Back to the glue. And then I brought over my sprays. But we may or may not try that on camera. Just remembering that less is more, just like with makeup and fashion. Less is more. I remember telling my girls that, okay girls, I know you're in 6th grade. I know that if we don't let you wear makeup right now, you're gonna sneak off and put it on at school and it's not gonna look good. So it's like, okay, we're gonna let you start wearing makeup, but you can wear blush and some eyeshadow and maybe a little mascara. But remember, less is more. And I figured, you know, because they were young, they didn't need to put foundation and stuff all over their face. It would have just made them break out more. And then we taught them about good skincare. So it's like, I don't care what you use when you grow up, just use good skincare. I don't care what brand it is. So I use Mary Kay, so they got started with that. But you know, my mother-in-law used Clinique. I use her as my example because she used Clinique. No, she didn't. Sorry, she used Merle Norman. She just always looked younger than she was, and her skin was always really nice. And of course, she had sensitive skin, so finding good skincare was a good idea. But she just always looked very pleasant, and you know, good skincare makes a difference. So there you go. There's your PSA for skincare. And wear sunscreen on your face when you go out. And anyway, yes, less is more. And I'm just going ahead and just stressing right now because I had to do it anyway. I hope I'm fast enough. I'm trying to be really fast. The time runs away. Why does the time fly? I think there's a different time speed, that it goes at a different rate when you're in the craft room than when you're, say, at work or your kids are sick and crying all night. The time goes at a different speed than, you know, or when you were in high school and your teacher wouldn't shut up. Sorry. That was uncalled for. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, the crafting time speed definitely is on a different wavelength than regular time speed. Or when you're waiting for the water to boil. Okay, there's that. So now we can put this back on here, and actually I'm going to, instead of doing the music, because I didn't bring it over, back here, I'll do some more of this. And I just kind of push it in certain spots so it's not, hopefully, continual. There you go. See? So you just get a little bit. There. Oh my gosh. That already looks 1,000% better. I can breathe. So little butterfly. This is how I did it last time. I just drew his antenna on. There's one. There's two. Little dot at the end. I can still move him. There we go. Yes, less is more. So I guess it is possible to over embellish. Yeah. We were having some discussion about that a couple of videos ago rather. Now that my videos are coming closer together, it's not always weeks. It's just episodes. Gotta change my lingo. I considered going around this guy with some silver paint, but it's got the glitter, and I think that'll be fine. I think the glitter will be okay. And then our pretty pocket. Let's see, so if I'm gonna put something in it, the butterfly is there. Maybe I should glue it so it goes more in at an angle. Of course, the writing lines go like that. Well, I'll just put it how I had it, and then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, of how to get things in and out without hitting the butterfly. I'll just probably put a small tag in it or something. Up. Okay, do-over. Very nice, very nice. I have a wet paper towel and a dry paper towel, which is good. Okay, so much better. I think I can breathe now, breathe a sigh of relief. And yeah. Whew. I'll put the jewels on here later. They come like this at the Dollar Tree. So I just cut them apart and glued. And I used Fabri-Tac because it worked the best to stick them on there. But I don't want to waste time doing that. So he looks better. And let's do this one really fast. That one I had done on the back. And I have a flourish here. Okay. So again, not able to tear very well. You know what? Let me rethink that because I had put, first I think I trimmed this off. Let's do it this way. Put this on the front. And maybe I'll put the fabric ruffle down the side instead of across the top. Yeah, yep, that's what we'll do. Okay. I don't know, I feel like I'm just at the wrong angle tearing this paper from left to right or right to left. I feel like I need to do it left-handed. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. Much better. We're already having a much better experience. Now, I guess the question is, would we prefer the doily to be under it, maybe, instead of over it? And I'm thinking we would. So what I'd like to do is maybe try and ink that up. Ink, pink. I got pink over here. Yeah, true pink. I was debating there for a second on if I want true pink or if I want like a dusty rose, the mauve color. And hopefully we're not shaking the table. Aha! No, but we're tearing our doily. Unintended consequences. Okay, be careful now. I really want to spray it with water because that will make the ink. That will make the ink, you know, run and be all pretty, but it'll also mess up the doily. So, do I have enough? Please tell me I have enough. How did we do that? Okay, a little bit more gently. I wonder if I just did it like that. Ooh, look at that. Much better. And then if I try and move it around, will it move? Nope, not really. That looks better though, I like that. Okay. So laying this on here, laying this on here, we want this to go right about there. Let's see, yeah, now let's do it like this, but I also want to go over the little tiny bits with some art glitter glue. So like this, and around the edge. This, because all these little tiny pieces, if I don't get them somewhat stuck down, they will tear. And we don't want them to tear. Oh, I gotta go clear over here. I'm not as worried about underneath as I am about these parts that show out here. Did I get everybody? Not quite. See, okay. go. And just for good measure, we'll do that. Why not? Glue on glue. See, it's not purple anymore. It already gave up the ghost. Okay, let's hope I got it close enough. And I'm all sticky. Getting glue on things. So one thing I can do maybe, since this is a damp rag. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm shaking the table. Is maybe, no. It just doesn't want to do that. Okay, I got to glue down a couple of spots that were not looking good. Okay, if I fiddle with it anymore, we're probably going to have a disaster. No more. No más. Okay. Now, going up along the side. Needs a little more trimming, and I think if I smooth it from back here, that will help everything lay flat. Okay, this is the part where I get upset because I'm running out of time. See. All right, there's that. And then we also wanted some of that print on here, script. Let's do a different way this time, different area. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what do I want to do. Let's do it kind of like, I guess it won't matter if it goes on the black, it won't show anyway, right? Okay, thank you for helping me think that through. Okay. And I am going to rub all over there because I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, we got a square. Nice. How about a little less square? There. No, needs more ink. I'm going to go on this side then because it's easier to bring it over from this side and lay it down. So let's do that. And maybe a little splooch right there. Nope. Well, when I put this back on, okay, that looks better. But now it kind of just needs something right there, doesn't it? I have no idea what that would be, but we're going to go ahead and glue this down while we can. It's very stiff now because it has that, this has kind of the texture, not quite as thick as a file folder, but very close. Which way looks better? That way. Okay. And then, since I had that doily here, I don't know what I will do there. But on the back side then, maybe on the inside, we'll put this lady. I'm gonna use VersaFine. She's got more details. And this time we'll make sure we get her whole face, shall we? So that's the front. I want the fabric ruffle down this side, I think. On the outside. her up in this corner. And I'm gonna press a little bit. Need to put that elsewhere. Oh, it was the butterfly was up there, but don't think he'll show now. Not unless he's backed on something. Face, let's get your face, ma'am. I need your whole face to show. Ha, so much better. Oh my goodness, so much better. Okay, and then, so when I glue this, it's gonna go through the holes, unless I am careful, which I can be careful. I've been known to be careful. Okay. Maybe it could just go right there. It's flying up to the flowers. Is that crazy to reuse a sticker? But it did come off, so I feel like it was meant to be reused. I think actually this guy's a moth. I keep saying butterfly, but I think it may be a moth. According to the 3rd grade material, when I was volunteering in my daughter's classroom, and I had to listen to the same stories over and over. The 3rd grade reading assessment things said that moths have furrier bodies and antennae and then butterflies do. So if you want to know if it's a butterfly or a moth, moths are usually fatter and furrier. So maybe he is a butterfly because he's skinny and not furry. All right, that would be exciting. Okay, well that actually, yeah, okay. Now we're gonna figure out how to glue that on without making a mess. And we definitely need Fabri-Tac. And I had some threads, I want them at the top. It's a little crunchy, but I think it'll be okay. Once it's on there, you won't know. I don't think. I hope. I'm gonna do that. Down to about there. Am I where you can see? Yep. Okay. Well, we might have to do another session of the dusted off do-overs because I don't know if we're gonna get to my little thingamajiggies, my clusters. Fabric clusters. Yeah, I just didn't have much of a collection of fabrics yet when I made those, and as you see, I didn't have really any lace or any of that stuff. I had stopped sewing for a long time, so I had gotten rid of all of my sewing fabric and all the everything. So I had to start over again from scratch, and then I was mostly buying it at thrift stores. So it's kind of luck of the draw, you know. But now I've got a collection. Okay, so there's that side, much improved, a lot more sedate. This side might look kind of plain, but it's got the ruffle, and then inside is the lady. So we've just done it all. I'm gonna give her a dab. I don't know why, you really shouldn't have to, but I just don't want her to smear onto that side. Let's taking our lives into our hands here. Put this under there too. I'm just gonna maybe drop some speckles. This is some kind of shimmer something. Nope, see, that's not working. Artsy company, but I mean, I bought this on clearance ages ago. I did bring over some paper to catch the overspray, so discretion is the better part of valor. Oh, see, it dropped. It's getting all over me. Ah, no, don't want it on me. Okay, that's too fine. Going in. Okay, that's too much. It does have some shimmer in it though. Okay, there's this other one I have. This is actually a Heidi Swap pink, but the pump wouldn't work. So I put it in a different bottle. Okay, if any of you guys know the secret to using sprays without them looking like a big gloppy mess, kindly inform the management, namely me. Oh, there we go. It's really hard to direct the splotches. Come on, other people make this look so easy. Okay, it's going everywhere I don't want it to go. Are you splotching? Good gravy. Okay, again, stopping with the less is more philosophy. And since I have some on my finger, I'm gonna wipe it on this doily because I hate to waste a good shimmer spray. And then this pink, it does do nice things when it splotches. There, okay. Okay, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna call it good. I'm yellow, look at that. Looks like I've been playing in saffron or something. So today for dinner, we are having squash from the garden with some tomatoes. We're gonna saute all that up with some onion. And then I just was in the mood for a hot dog. It's terrible. But, okay, that has to dry and this has to spread out. And it does react to water, which is interesting. Oh boy, okay. Yep, nice big wet mess, but much better than the last one, which looked like, the remains of it look like this, but wouldn't you say this is better? I'm gonna say it is. So I guess I did end up putting water on it and maybe this distress ink will spread. Okay, and then again, we'll put the jewels on later. Okay, I'm much happier, much happier. Do-overs are a nice thing. Maybe I'll try and delicately add some splotches now that I took away all the protective papers. Good idea. I brought over the black spray again, but it's probably just a little bit much, you know? Probably just too much. Oh, well, that's splattering now. I'll just wipe that up here in a sec. Still a lot more mellow than the last one. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, so now I've got this done. We're not gonna have time for clusters because the clock is running out. So let's just call this the do-over, and then next time I'm going to also do over my fabric clusters and do a good job of it. But here's what we've got. I'm really feeling a lot better about these two. So we didn't exactly dust them off, but we definitely did the do-over. Maybe I shouldn't be part of that collab. I didn't dust them off. I definitely improved them. So when this one dries a little bit, I can put some more stamping, like a little pretty embellishment like that. This is one of my favorite stamps to use for that. And then this one, it's still very wet, very drippy, but can you guys see the shimmer on there? I cannot. I mean, I can, but I don't know if you can in the camera. There's the gold. The pink is still kind of very thick. It's resting on top of the surface, but once it settles down and spreads out, I think it'll be pretty. And then we stamped our gal in here. Oh, look, it's coming through. Interesting. It's going to be speckled in there. And then we put the ruffle on its own spot back there, which I think is much better. Oh, and I got a fingerprint. Oh, you know what? It's coming through. Let's do that. That way, if it gets on the music, I won't mind. And you know what? It may not since it's sitting on the waxy butterfly, it might not dry like we want it to. We'll see. Okay, so that's my dusted off do-over for this week. So I hope you'll check out Angela and Pam's channels if you haven't, because most of you have come to my channel from Pam's channel. But if you haven't, you're not sure who Pam VanEe is, or you'd like to check out Angela, she's new, yeah, just check out the 2 links that I'm going to have below. And I can also link at the end, on the end screens, I will link Angela's video where she explains the Dusted Off Do-Over Challenge, okay? All right, guys, thanks for joining me for another day. Let's see, we had an inspirational thought. There it is. It says, always keep one still secret spot where dreams may go. Louise Priscall. Always keep one still secret spot where dreams may go. Always. Where nobody knows about it but you. Your dreams can go there and hide until they become something real. And I'm going to put a check mark so I remember that I read that. There we go. Okay, guys, that's it. Check out those channels. Remember, you can always have a fresh start and a do-over. If you don't like it, just scrap it and try again. No harm in trying again and doing something better. It's how we learn, right? And until next time, I want you to be inspired and do something creative today. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.